Hi, this is Lindsay with Yoga Bliss, and today we're going to work on hips and lower back and legs. So grab a seat wherever you feel most comfortable, and it can be up on the knees or seated. The legs don't have to be crossed. They can be uncrossed if that works better for you. The goal really is to get the shoulders over the hips and lengthen through the spine. So wherever you feel the most comfortable, just grab a seat. Bringing the hands to heart center, and just gently start to close the eyes, and then just starting to slow the mind down here. So as thoughts come in, we just allow the thoughts to roll back out, not holding on to anything. Starting to relax the muscles of the face, turn the attention to the breath, and taking a couple of deep breaths here. Slowing the breath down, inhale deep into the belly. Slowly exhale. Inhale again. Slowly exhale. One more full breath here. Inhale. And exhale. And then do two more of those on your own. So just working with your own breath. Remember breathing deep into the belly. And the whole point of yoga is to bring union to the mind, the body, and the breath. So just keeping that attention on the breath, letting the mind slow down. We're just starting to make that connection. And then bring the hands down to the knees. You can gently open the eyes if that's more comfortable for you. Inhale here. Exhale, really round the back, dropping back onto the tailbone. Drop the chin down to the chest. Inhale, lift the heart. Slowly, slightly arching the back just a little bit. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. One more, exhale. And inhale. Coming back to center, and we're going to swing the legs around and come into tabletop now. So swing the legs around. Coming into your tabletop. And then bring the right foot up. The sole of the foot is going to press up towards the sky. The knee is going to be at about hip distance. And then make sure that we draw the belly into the small of the back, firming the core here. And just make a couple of circles in one direction. And if it feels a little awkward at first, just keep going. It will get more comfortable. And then change the direction of the circles. And lower that leg down. Left leg comes up. So just opening up the hips here. You can start small, gradually getting the circles a little bit bigger. Back to center, change the direction of the circles. Staying connected with that breath always. And then from here, we're just going to press back into child's pose. So if ever at any point in time, this gets to be a little bit too much, this is your resting pose. Always drop into child's pose and then jump back in whenever you feel comfortable or whenever you feel ready. So take one more full breath here, and even this will help to stretch out the lower back, opening the side body just a bit. Coming back up, extend the right leg straight back, just at hip height here. Draw the belly into the small of the back, extend the opposite arm to the front. If that's too much for you, you can keep that arm down. Open 45 degrees. Strengthening those hips and your core. Working on your balance just a bit, coming back to center. And left leg straight back. Again, just about hip height. Draw the belly into the small of the back, extend the opposite arm forward. And just keep the head as a natural extension of the spine. We don't want the head to drop or look up too much. Open 45 degrees. Again, working on strengthening those hips and the upper back as well. Coming back to center, lower down. Tuck the toes. Tuck the toes pretty deep and then press the hips back and take 2 full breaths here. So we're stretching out the bottoms of the feet as well as the ankles too. And then tuck the toes, lift the hips, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Don't worry if the knees are bent, totally fine. Just allow the knees to stay bent, allow the chest to start to move back towards the thighs eventually. Those hamstrings will open, the legs will extend a little bit more, releasing the heels down, down to the ground. Release the head. Shake the head no, especially if you're holding any tension. Inhale here, and as you exhale, step to the front of the mat and forward fold. So Uttanasana here, forward fold. You can cross the arms at the elbows and just allow gravity to do the work. Allow gravity to just start to open the hamstrings, and it doesn't matter how far you go, the knees can always stay bent. So lots of options for you. And then roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Coming into your Tadasana. So Tadasana, mountain pose. Finding the balance from the front to the back of the feet, strengthening the legs, and then lifting up through the belly, bringing the shoulders on top of the hips here. So in your Tadasana, from here, inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to sit back like we're sitting in a chair. The toes are going to be light. And then just try to tuck that tailbone just a little bit and engage the core. And just for right now, keep the hands at heart center. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale here. As you exhale, step the left foot back into your crescent lunge. It doesn't matter how deep this front leg bends. If it's too much today, come out of it just a little bit, so a slight bend. If you want to challenge yourself more, you can take this in a pretty deep bend. Watch this back hip. We want to always be inviting this back hip forward. Front hip, draw that front hip back, so we're squaring the hips. And then check in, make sure you can see the big toe of the front foot. So hands at heart center just for a moment. Inhale. Lift the arms above the head if you'd like. This is just an option. Exhale. As we turn, we're going to plant the back foot. Arms come out from the shoulders. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 right here. And then as we inhale, we're going to straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, take these nice and slow. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift up through the belly. Exhale. Inhale, and then turn the front foot in so the outsides of the feet are parallel with the edges, the front and back edge of your mat. Hands come to heart center, or they can be out. Exhale, fold forward, pause halfway. Inhale, draw the belly into the small of the back. Exhale, forward fold. It doesn't matter, again, it doesn't matter how far forward you go, just as long as you feel the stretch. So if your legs, maybe your legs are a little closer together, and your forward fold is just right here, you release the head, you can feel the stretch, that's as far as you need to go. If you want to make this a little bit more challenging, walk the feet out a little bit more. Forward fold, you can cross the arms at the elbows. You can place the hands down on the mat if you would like. You can even walk the hands through the center and release the head down. And still another option would be to grab a hold of the outsides of the feet or the ankles. Wherever you are, just find that stillness and that peace. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. You can always close the eyes. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Either bring the hands to heart center or keep the arms out again. Inhale halfway up. And again, the head's just a natural extension of the spine, so we're not looking up and putting any pressure on the back of the neck, drawing the belly into the small of the back. Coming up, turn the front foot back to the toes to the front of the mat. Bend the front knee, open the front knee back into Virabhadrasana 2. One more full breath here. Inhale and exhale. As we inhale again, turn into your crescent lunge. Again, it's up to you how far this front knee bends. Lift up through the belly. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to bring one hand on either side of the front foot here. And then we're going to draw the front foot back to plank. If that's too much, you can always drop the knee. So the first time, I'll just go ahead, keep the knee down. And this is the modification. So draw the knee back. And just for a moment, come into your plank. So the modification, head, shoulders, hips, and knees. Straight line here. Draw the belly into the small of the back. Or you can tuck the toes, coming into a full plank. Wherever you are, check in with the elbows. Make sure that the elbows have a teeny tiny slight bend and we're not locking the joints out. Wherever you are, whether the knees are down or up, drop the knees, press back into child's pose. Release the head. If I do, I'm going to be eating a microphone, so you can release the head if you'd like, down onto the mat. 2 full breaths here. And then come up, tuck the toes, press back to child's, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And then we're going to sweep the right leg up, 3-legged dog. Release the heel of the left foot. Bend the top knee, stack the hips. If this is too much, just don't do it. Just stay in 3-legged dog. Coming back to 3-legged dog, square the hips off. Release the heel of the left foot. Lower the right foot down. There goes the microphone. So hold on 1 minute. Okay. Technology malfunction. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg sweeps the sky, 3-legged dog. Release the heel of the right foot. If you'd like, bend the top knee, stack the hips. Coming back to 3-legged dog, lower that leg down. Back into your child's pose for just a moment. One more full breath here. And then coming up, tuck the toes, Adho Mukha Svanasana, just to walk the feet forward. You can always hop, but I'll just go ahead and walk the feet forward to show you that you can bend the knees, deep, deep, deep bend in the knees whenever you need to. Just to come up to the front of the mat, forward fold here. Release the arms down, release the head. So another Uttanasana, forward fold. Rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. The arms can dangle, arms can cross wherever you would like. Coming back up into your Tadasana. So I'm going to flip around so my back isn't to you guys. You just stay right there. And then, other side. So from your Tadasana again, inhale. Now I'm going to be worried this microphone's going to fall again. Inhale here. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. So it doesn't matter, again, it doesn't matter how deep this bend is, just as long it can be fully effective with just a slight bend, just keeping the toes lifted and light, and then the weight's back on the heels. Shoot the hips back just a little bit, and then If you can, tuck the tailbone just a little bit and engage the core, keeping the hands at heart center. Inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to step back with the left foot this time. Arms can stay here or come up above your head, whatever works best for you. So anytime that we extend the arms away from the heart, it makes things just a little bit more challenging. So this one is all up to you. Watch that front knee and make sure that the knee is staying over the ankle and not over the toes. Lifting up through the belly, inhale. Exhale into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Opening the front knee. Hands come out from the shoulders, hips, shoulders over the hips. I might do that every time. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Nice and slow here. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Pause just for a moment here. Lift up through the belly. And then straighten the front leg. Turn the front toes. So again, the outside edges of the feet are parallel with the front and back of your mat. Hands can stay out from the shoulders or come to heart center, whatever you prefer. Inhale. As you exhale, start to hinge forward here. Pause halfway. Inhale here. Exhale. Coming all the way down. And again, same options here. So the hands, if it works for you, they can reach the outsides of the legs. Hands can rest on the ground in front of you. Cross the arms at the elbows. They can reach back through. Just find a place for those hands that feels comfortable to you. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Finding that peace and finding that space in your asana practice, in your yoga practice. Finding that peace and space in your mind. Sometimes that's the biggest challenge. And then we're going to inhale, come halfway up. Again, arms can be out to the sides or at heart center, your choice. Inhale, exhale, come all the way up. As we come up, now the left foot, toes point forward, left knee bends. It doesn't matter how deep your bend is. Just make sure that the knee is opening towards the little toe. You can see the big toe of the front foot, and that the knee stays over the ankle. Warrior 2 here, Virabhadrasana 2. And then turn, coming onto the ball of the back foot. Hands can be up, overhead, or at heart center, whatever you prefer. Inhale. Exhale, one hand on either side of the front foot. Draw the front foot back. So here's your modification, again, on the knees. This time I'll do the full, just so you can see both. So full plank here. Inhale and exhale. And if this bothers anyone's wrist, bring the attention to the top of the palm and press through the top of the palm, taking a little bit of pressure off of those wrists. Drop the knees wherever you are. Press back, child's pose. Opening that lower back just a little bit in the side body, resting the head. Taking a couple of deep breaths here, inhale and exhale. Letting all of that vinyasa flow that we just did, letting that just kind of soak in. Inhale and exhale. Come up just a little bit, tuck the toes, press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Again, with downward dog, the knees can stay bent. They don't have to be straight. And this time we're going to start left leg. Left leg is going to sweep the sky, three-legged dog. Release the heel of the right foot. So maybe this is as far as you go today. That's fine. Just stay here. If you're working on flexibility, maybe you're just working on lifting that leg
just a little bit higher, releasing the heel of the right foot a little bit more. If you'd like to take it further, bend the top knee, stack the hips, open just a little bit. You can look under the right arm and say hi to your foot. One more full breath here. Coming back, three-legged dog. Square the hips. Exhale the left foot down. Back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right leg sweeps the sky, three-legged dog. Release the heel of the left leg. Again, maybe this is as far as you go. Listening to your body and what your body needs today. If you'd like, bend the top knee, stack the hips. Say hi to your foot if you'd like. Coming back, three-legged dog. Inhale. And exhale, lower down. Back into child's pose. One full breath here. And press. Actually, this time, instead of coming back into down dog and walking forward, we're just going to come forward, lower down. Because we're going to get into that back just a little bit more. So from here, we're just flat on our stomachs. We're going to bring the hands back by our sides. And with the hands back by the sides, we want the palms in towards the body. So we don't want palms up. I don't know how you do palms out or palms down, but just palms in next to the body. And on your inhale, we're going to inhale and lift the crown of the head, lift the shoulders and lift the heart, lift the hands. Try to relax the lower body here. And then watch the chin. We don't want to lift the chin too much so that it puts pressure on the neck. So keep the head in just a natural extension, as a natural extension of the spine, excuse me. Continue to breathe. One more full breath. Inhale and exhale, lower down. Now we're going to do the same thing and incorporate the legs too. So what I'd like you to focus on is not just lifting up as much as you can, but really lengthening through the crown of the head and press back through the feet as well. So from here on your belly, as you inhale, lift the legs, lift the crown of the head, lift the shoulders and the heart. Lift the arms and then squeeze the arms. Imagine you're squeezing the arms together. Lift a little bit higher. And you can look forward if you'd like, just not up. Just don't want too much pressure on that neck. One more full breath here. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. And you can rest one cheek on the mat. You can bring the hands forward and rest the forehead down on the mat, whatever works for you. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. And then when you're ready, come up just enough to roll over onto your back. And then bring the knees into the chest, hug the knees into the chest. So as everything else in yoga, this is just an option. You can keep, if you'd like, you can just hold on to the knees here, maybe put one hand on the front of the knee and then just start to open the knees and the hips here. If you want to take this a little bit further, bring the hands together to the inside between the feet and then hold on to the inside the arches of each foot. Allow the knees to just fall open and you can gently rock from side to side here. This is happy baby. So this should feel really good. It opens up the hips, the lower back. You can gently close the eyes. Inhale and exhale. One more full breath. Inhale and exhale. Bring the knees back to center. And then bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to fall open. So this is Supine Baddha Konasana. Allow the hands to rest down on the mat by your sides. Relax the shoulders. So you can stay here, pause this video as long as you'd like. When you're ready, you can move into your Shavasana. Allow the feet to roll open. So if you're warm, if you've done maybe 1-2 videos and you're feeling a lot of prana, a lot of energy and heat, maybe you don't want to be right on your mat with the feet close together and the hands close to your body. Don't feel like you have to stay there. You can open the feet as wide as you want, open the hands, and just find a comfortable spot that works for you. I would highly, highly recommend you pause this video now and just staying in your Shavasana for a couple, hopefully a couple of minutes. That would be great. But as long as you can, really. So this is kind of the magic pose. This is where we integrate everything that we've done. This is where we find that ultimate peace, that ultimate support, relaxing all the muscles in the body, all the muscles in the face, allowing the mind to just sit in a state of peace and stillness. Not holding on to the breath, just letting the breath flow naturally in and out of the body. And when you're ready, you can roll to one side. I'm actually taping this out this time so I don't roll on top of it. Staying here for at least one full breath. And then using the weight of the top arm and the top leg, come up to a comfortable seated position, and you can keep the eyes closed here. The eyes don't need to open. If you'd like to open the eyes, just have a soft gaze. Gently, gently coming back out of your Shavasana, holding all of that stillness and all that quiet that you just created. And maybe resting the fingertips together. And if you like visualizations, maybe taking all that peace and all that quiet and all that stillness that you created and placing it right here, right in front of your heart. And knowing that it's always there and that all we have to do is just turn the attention back to the breath. And we can always tap back into that peace and that quiet. We'll finish the class today with 3 full breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale completely. Namaste.